Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button. Also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next video.
New name, this Ghana where I come, so not be ordinary. I just know if you tell you now all the whole secrets. But Yoruba, I go Yoruba talk say, Muwag Bagbara. I can't collect more power. Because, coming back to face these people don't go easy. So I need to come see them. My eye sale. I don't do all the juju for Nigeria finish. Live. I don't finish all the juju for Nigeria. I just come Ghana now to stock up for 2022. You don't understand? Because this year go hard like 2020. Now not the way 2020 had. Not be this 2021 not too bad. Now remember 2020 lockdown, other year hard. This year now will be 2 of that. 2022. They don't tell you now down. So I need to come collect extra. I need to collect extra. So I can come and face what they happen there. So I promised to read, I've been reading this. See, Lagos, they take my time and my energy. For Lagos, I don't read this book like a month. I just did chapter 3. Just the dilly-dally. As I enter here, no stress. Only me just did this. Not be Accra. I go Accra yesterday, but I've been here in this pram most of the time. And I get time to read, study, clear my mind, meditate. Sometimes you need to get away from it all. Anyway. I can't read the book finish. I won't give una. At the end of the book, they publish the last letter where Lumumba writes to his wife. And when I read them, I wear my shades, they read them for balcony. But my wife no consistency how they cry because of my shades. Which saved me. I just did like gangster. But under my shades, water just they fool my eye. When I know. The name of this book, somebody have to the title, is the Assassination of Lumumba. The Assassination of Lumumba. And one thing where I noticed for Ghana, they say all their major roads is named after our real heroes. So as I come here, I see Amilcar Cabral Avenue, I see Patrice Lumumba Avenue, I see Kwame Nkrumah, I see Nyeri, I see Kenyatta. Everybody here is immortalized. Unlike Nigeria, unlike Lagos. No single road to immortalize any of these people. Anyway. So I'll read the letter and then we can go and enjoy the rest of our Sunday night to prepare for our crazy Monday. Yes, if I say this girl, no, I cry well. Miss Wade. If I say Miss Wade na Ghanaian, yes, Pram is Greater Accra. Outside, it be outside of the outside of the, it be outside of the outside. You understand? Pram it no be inside. It no be inside. Charlie, you understand? It no be inside of the place. Pram it be the place left behind. The place left behind. It be Pram. Anyway, here we go. So Lumumba was writing this letter to his wife Pauline. And Lumumba is a bad guy. Now 4 wife about get. I don't they try to convince. I don't tell chef. I tell chef say Lumumba get 4 wife. Out of the 4, two named Pauline. I just give madam that information. She just begin to ask me, why are you not telling me? You want to marry another yesterday? I never talk that one. I just say Lumumba get 4 wives. Out of the 4, 2 named Pauline. That's all I said, though. They won't kill me for a year. They won't kill me. Anyway, so this letter was written to one of the Paulines. We can't tell. But it was,
You can't tell, imagine.
But we can guess that it was the 3rd and 4th wives were called Pauline. Lumumba's 3rd and 4th wives' first names were Pauline. But since he was estranged from his 4th wife by the time he was arrested by the Mobutu, Kasavubu, and Shombe conspirator, traitors, bastard conspiracy, he had been separated from his 4th wife. So we can guess that this was his 3rd wife he was writing the letter to. So he goes, my beloved companion, I write you these words, not knowing whether you will receive them, when you will receive them, and whether I will still be alive when you read them. Throughout my struggle for the independence of my country, I have never doubted for a single instant that the sacred cause to which my comrades and I have dedicated our entire lives will triumph in the end. But what we wanted for our country is the right to an honorable life, to perfect dignity, to independence with no restrictions, was never wanted by Belgian colonialists and its Western allies, who found direct and indirect, intentional and unintentional support among certain senior officials of the United Nations, that body in which we placed all our trust when we called on need for our help. Just quick recap on this. When we hear Nigerian politicians, every time they say, we are carrying Buhari to ICC, International Criminal Court, we are going to report to United Nations. Now you go to say this will be American CIA agents in our politics. Because our history has shown clearly through what they did to Lumumba. By the time I finished reading this book, I lost all respect for the United Nations and whatever. I don't respect them too much before, but I see they say, well, but now I have absolutely zero respect for the United Nations, seeing the role that they played in the death of Patrice Lumumba, how they destroyed the independence of the Congo, and how they still continue to play these games today with willing African traitors. It's such a shame. I posted this book, it's written by a Belgian guy called Ludo de Witt. He's the author. His name is Ludo de Witt. I posted the book. I'd read it to, like a certain extent. I said there's wickedness, and then there is wickedness. In this book, I can't say which artist say, you are wicked, you are wicked. We don't, wickedness in this world. There's wickedness in this world. When you kill an innocent man, bury him, half dead, half alive, then you still come back, exhume his body. When you come back, you meet that his hand was out of the grave. That means he was trying to dig out of his grave. That means they buried him partly alive. You understand? They still exhumed his body and went to dip it inside acid, cut him to pieces first, pull the teeth out of his mouth. These savages, these fucking savages, they pulled the teeth out of Lumumba's head, cut him to pieces, and threw his body inside acid, inside drums of acid. Listen, you people don't know, man, what people have gone through for you to sit down and be wasting your time thinking you are doing something, running your mouth anyhow without respect, without any formation, without any organization, just living your life senselessly. I hope you never really know what people have gone through, for you to be able to have the chance to waste like this, Anyway, I will continue later. From when we called on it for help. They have corrupted some of our countrymen. They have bought others. They have done their part to distort the truth and defile our independence. What else can I say? Remember, he was writing this. He was writing this letter in the cell, in his dead cell. Basically, that was his dead cell. That was the place they were going to kill him, take him to kill him from. That's where it was. So you just imagine being in that position and still being this resistance, this, just When they are men and then they are men, you know. They are men and then they are men, you know. They have corrupted some of our countrymen. They have bought others. They have done their part to distort the truth and defile our independence. What else can I say? That whether dead or alive, free or imprisoned by orders of the colonialists, it is not my person that is important. What is important is the Congo, our poor people whose independence has been turned into a cage, with people looking at us from outside the bars, sometimes with charitable compassion, sometimes with glee and delight. But my faith will remain unshakable. I know, and I have to say, that line. What is important, that whether dead or alive, free or imprisoned by orders of the colonialists, it is not my person that is important. What is important is the Congo, our poor people whose independence has been turned into a cage. See that line? Whose independence has been turned into a cage, with people looking at us from outside the bars, sometimes with charitable compassion, and what the NGO, sometimes with glee and delight, and what Donald Trump. You see? But still, we're in that position. Even in Nigeria, even today, forget he said Congo. In Nigeria, too, our independence has become a cage that we are all trying to escape from. We're all trying to escape from the cage. Anyway, I don't want this to be a BEV. I just want to read this letter. You know, so let me, Seun, get yourself, read the letter. Charitable compassion, sometimes with glee and delight. But my faith remains unshakable. I know and feel in my heart of hearts that sooner or later, my people will rid themselves of all their enemies, foreign and domestic, that they will rise up as one to say no to the shame and degradation of colonialism and regain their dignity in the pure light of day. We are not alone. Africa, Asia, and the free and liberated people in every corner of the globe will ever remain at the side of the millions of Congolese who will not abandon the struggle until the day when there will be no more colonizers and no more of their mercenaries in our country. I want my children, whom I leave behind and perhaps will never see again, to be oh, that part, man, fucking hell, imagine. Hey, hey, voila, wow. I want my children, whom I leave behind and perhaps will never see again, to be told that the future of the Congo is beautiful and that their country expects them, as it expects every Congolese, to fulfill the sacred task of rebuilding our independence, our sovereignty, for without justice there is no dignity, and without independence there are no free men. Neither brutal assault, nor cruel mistreatment, nor torture have ever led me to beg for mercy. For I prefer to die with my head held high, unshakable faith, and the greatest confidence in the destiny of my country, rather than live in slavery and contempt for sacred principles. History will one day have its say. It will not be the history taught in the United Nations, in Washington, Paris, or Brussels. However, but the history taught in the countries that have rid themselves of colonialism and its puppets. Africa will write its own history, and both north and south of the Sahara, it will be a history full of glory and dignity. Do not weep for me. I couldn't help it, boss. I had to. I can't hold back the tears right now. Do not weep for me, my companion. I know that my country, now suffering so much, will be able to defend itself and its independence and its freedom. Long live the Congo. Long live Africa. Patrice. You understand? You understand? That is what we have been through. You see, and people like Osato official will say 70% of it has come and gone. We need to move on like other countries that was colonized to. Which country has been colonized and moved on? I mean, what do people say? Can you give me an example? Or let me just handle this. Give me an example of a country that has been colonized and moved on. You know, people say these things, you know. Tell me one country that has moved on. But the truth is this. I'll tell you, my people, the truth is this. We are letting ourselves down. We are letting ourselves down. You know, people like this Osato are too much amongst us. People like Osato are too much among us, and we as a people do not stand up to them. We do not want to read. I want to be listening to their nonsense talk. You know. Anyway, that's what I wanted to read to all of you today. I want us to, I'll post this on my page so you can maybe listen to it again. I want us to draw inspiration and know that we are all children of sacrifice. That so much was given for us to be here. So much was given. And if this is what it was given for, then, you know, me gone, I'm sorry for those that gave their lives for us. Because if this is what they gave their lives for, I mean, shame, you know. But we have time. We have time to still fulfill our destiny. And honestly, the destiny of all African people is to create a new world. The world needs something new. And it is our duty. We as the victims, no, we are not victims. I don't want to use that word no more. We as the oppressed must rise up and stop being victims. You know, as Franz Fanon said, the day you become the enemy of your oppressor is the day you stop being his victim. The day you become the enemy of your oppressor is the day you stop being his victim. So we must make our oppressors our enemies. You understand? We, the oppressed, must wage war against the oppressors of this world. Political war, ideological war, economic war, all kinds. Until we rid ourselves of this spirit, of their narrative, of their control. You know.